Welcome back. If you're tired of the endless cycle of shaving and waxing, then you are in luck. Our next guest has a revolutionary solution that offers a permanent and hassle-free way to say goodbye to unwanted hair. Dr. Deborah Mangione is the owner and founder of the Wisconsin Vein Center MediSpa, and she's here because she has a great way to make your life a whole lot easier. We love making life easier.
Yes, thank you. And it's not revolutionary. We're going to be talking about laser hair removal, which has been around now for probably 25 years.
Yeah.
The difference is the equipment that's used.
Well, it's revolutionary to me because since I had it, especially on my legs many years ago, I have not shaved since I had the series of treatments. There's cost savings, I'm sure, to not having to shave and wax, but just the no hassle.
And the time saving.
And the time. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So what's sort of new as it relates to laser hair removal? Do you have new equipment that makes it even better?
There's new equipment that addresses the type of hair you have, whether it's coarse or fine, the color of the hair, the color of the skin, kind of in a smart machine. We can combine 3 different laser wavelengths depending on what the person needs, and it's all kind of done for you. But the biggest thing is it's an in-motion technique. Now, we've been doing that for several years because it's much less painful to do it in motion. It's a slow building up of the heat that's needed to destroy the hair follicle, but it's way more comfortable. Yeah. And there's less risk of burns or any other problems from laser hair removal.
And guys, you know, I'm always thinking about women and shaving our legs, shaving our underarms, but for guys too, I mean, that's incredible.
If they want to get rid of the hairy chest or hairy back or shoulders, it's very, very effective.
Yeah, and I think, you know, there's certain areas, the underarm, the bikini area, those are things, especially as we get closer to spring and summer,
it's so
you
nice
just don't want to be dealing with it anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it leaves the skin much smoother.
That's what I was going to say, is it's not just removing the hair. What I noticed is the skin is smoother, but also, you know, sometimes there's like shadowing under the arms. It seems to help that too.
You know, it's great. You don't get any of that nubbiness or that chicken skin type of appearance as the hair is growing back, much less incidence of ingrown hairs. With laser hair removal, it's gone. And, you know, it's just looks better, feels better, more comfortable, and quick.
Yeah, and I think this is a perfect time of year to be thinking about it.
Absolutely.
Because you notice a difference after just 1 or 2 treatments.
You do, and it usually takes 6 treatments in a series to get the effect you want. It shouldn't take a lot more than that. Some people might need 7 or 8, but those can be individually purchased at a discount where we are. We do sell them in packages of 6 unless somebody's just doing a touch-up who's had hair removal in the past. But the big thing is you have to be aware that some offers that are made by other institutions or centers will say, you know, get a monthly plan, and for this small amount of money every month, you can get permanent hair removal. The problem is that it's a lower grade of equipment, so you're not going to see as much effect. You don't need multiple months worth. If you do just the 6 treatments, usually scheduled about 6 weeks apart, because we want to get all your hair growing at the same time. It's effective for hair that's in the growth phase, and that's what you have to understand. There are 3 different phases of hair growth. One is a dormancy, and one is an active hair growth, and one is in between. And you want the active hair growth, and that you can kind of get the hair on that cycle if you start doing it every 6 weeks.
Okay, so 6-week in between time is good, and you should aim for about 6 treatments to fully hit all of the hair growth cycles to permanently eliminate the hair. What about facial hair?
Facial hair, you know, there's smaller areas. Frequently it's upper lip or around the chin. We do that. We can do that with a single flash or a few flashes. Again, because it's smart equipment, it's going to be tailored to your skin color and the color of the hair. It doesn't work well on white or blonde hair. No laser hair removal does, because it needs a pigment to be attracted to, a color. And so that's the one thing that you do have to be aware of. But it works very well on facial hair too. Some people with facial hair, it requires more treatments than 6, but they're very small areas, and the smaller the area becomes, the less money you're going to pay for that treatment.
Yeah, and you can do it so quickly, the treatment itself. You know, one of the things I've always wondered about is complications or burns related to laser hair removal, because we talk about it sometimes on the show, but never about that specifically.
Right, and it can happen. As a matter of fact, laser hair removal is one of the top malpractice suits for any medical spa.
Really?
Because people can get burnt or have permanent scarring from it. It can happen. Laser complications can happen to anyone, and you won't necessarily say that the clinician is at fault. But here is somebody who we saw recently who has, if you can look at it closely, she has discoloration and spots on her thighs and on her calves from laser hair removal that was done in a stamping type of technique. It might not have been a bad laser to use at all, and even the clinician might have been skilled, but certain skin reacts differently. You have to make sure for most lasers that skin is not tan and that somebody's not using a tanning treatment at home. Luckily, with what we have, you can be tan, you can have dark skin. It works on every color of skin without causing those problems. And again, rather than the old-fashioned stamping techniques, the in-motion technique is just so much safer and more comfortable.
Were you able to fix that or correct
Not
the problem
necessarily.
on her thighs?
It's been 1 month since she had the treatments. We're waiting to see if that skin whiteness is going to improve. The problem is when pigment's removed from the skin, you can't repair it.
Okay. So it's really important, I feel like, to see a good clinician who knows what they're doing.
And make sure there is a physician involved with again, overseeing the training of these people ahead of time.
Yeah, and I know you are a physician, you're the medical director
Yes.
of the spa. So being able to oversee the technicians, the estheticians who are doing the procedure is really important.
It is important. Lasers are medical devices.
Yeah.
So, if it's a take-home device, that's what you might get in another center, same kind of thing that's going to take months and months and months and add up to a lot more money, but safer.
Yeah, much.
For some people to do it on their own.
Dr. Mangione, thank you so much. And remember that not all laser hair removal systems or spas are the same. You can contact the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa for modern technology and physician oversight. Their gorgeous and comfortable spa is located in Pewaukee. To book a consultation or appointment, you can call 262-746-9088, or for more information, visit online wimedispa.com.